Okay, so today's video, we are here with Lindy, and she pulls a lot. She is also a very anxious, nervous, and non-confident dog, a very insecure dog. And I'm gonna be showing you guys in this video exactly how we stop leash pulling without a prong collar on a smaller or more nervous, anxiety-driven dog, just like that, right? There was not even really a noise, and she jumped and freaked out. So watch the video all the way through to the end. We'll see you there. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is think about why our dog pulls on a leash. The reason they pull on a leash is they pull, they've been reinforced to go there, and that has reinforced them and encouraged them to do it again, right? If Lindy wants to go sniff that little thing as she wants to, she pulls, she gets there, next time she wants to go sniff something, she's gonna go do it again. And she's a little bit of a spaz, right? She's running all over the place. This is just anxious, nervous energy just running around. Been here for 24 hours. So we need to stop this. We need to discourage the pulling. We're not using a prong collar because she seems to be more of a sensitive dog. She's a smaller dog and very nervous. We don't want to shut her down. What we do is we have her on a slip lead. Slip lead, spring-loaded slip lead, highly recommend. I use a 4-foot. It's easier to manage. She's afraid of the camera a little bit. You can see the nervous energy that she has. Spring-loaded slip lead. It always rides high and snug. Tight is not the right word, but right behind the ears. She's a black dog, so it's kind of hard to see, but it rides right up behind. We're not putting it low, we're putting it pretty much as high as it gets. I'm gonna teach her to walk on the left side, but the first thing we're gonna do is teach her loose leash walking. We also have to understand leash pressure. The leash should never be tight. If it's tight, we're doing something wrong. The only time it's tight is when we give a pop. And that is something that owners often struggle with, is they're doing this, right? They're pulling their dog, they're giving, it's okay. We're giving really big pops. It's not about the size of the pop, it's about the timing, right? It has to be perfect, just a tiny little pop. That's all it is right there. If this is Lindy, this is what the pop is. So before she gets to the end of the leash, we need to correct. So right, she's at the end of the leash right now, it's too late. We can't give her a pop because she's already at the end of the leash. Right to do. We are going to start off with sudden U-turns. Just a little pop. Yes, good. What I'm gonna do is every time we give Lindy, every time we give her a correction, I'm going to pay her. This is her food. It is raw food, high value treat. Yes, good. And I'm just trying to build some engagement and build her confidence. This in and of itself is gonna help her confidence immensely. Just her having a job to do and her essentially holding her hand and showing her there's nothing to be nervous or scared about when we're on a walk. Yes, good, good. So when she gets to the end of the leash, I'm just turning around and walking that way. It is a kind of a form of a sudden U-turn. She's a sensitive dog, so we're not going crazy. Yes, and I'll re-encourage this. Good girl, Lindy. Let her get to the end of the leash again, but she's already walking better. That was 2 or 3 corrections, just U-turns. She's starting to understand she has to pay attention to me. Her job is not to worry about anything else. Her job is to attention, right here. Let her, this is totally okay. Loose leash walking, all it means, she can walk wherever she wants. She just can't be pulling. The leash can't be tight like it is now, almost. Give her a second. We'll see if we can get one more, but she's doing, this is much, much better. We'll let her pee if she has to. She's just gonna sniff, we're not going to though. All right, we are hopping back in. Lindy just took a little potty break, but let's see if we can get another one in. Yes! And all we're doing is teaching her. She feels pressure, this little mild correction, her response automatically is to come back here. Yes, good. Yes, it's okay, yeah, good. And what I did there, she was at the end of the leash, so I had to go a little forward to give her a pop. I had to go a little faster to create some slack to allow the pop. But if it's just tight, it's not gonna work. And she's gonna be a little nervous for a couple minutes, so we're just gonna go at her pace. We're not gonna take things too quick for her, but this is exactly what we want. Loose leash, she's getting to the end. Yes, good. There's a person walking by. That might freak her out a little bit. She's very scared, skittish, nervous dog, so yes, good, Lindy. Here you go. Good. we'll keep going. Right, it's every dog that we work with, we do the same things. It's just we use different tools for different reasons. And we're doing the same thing that we would do with a 110-pound dog that pulls worse than a 18-wheeler. But we're just doing it a little differently, right? But everything we do in dog training is the same. We encourage and discourage things the same. Yes, good, Lindy. Yes. She doesn't like to have things behind her back. You can tell that she's a little afraid of the cameraman behind her when she's coming this way. It's okay, right? We'll get there. But the leash pulling is already significantly better. What we're gonna start doing now is we're gonna mix in sudden stops to the U-turns. Yes. Lindy, Lindy, Lindy. Yes. There you go. Just gotta find it. And we're gonna do the same exact thing. Give her a little mild correction. It's more just like a little bit of leash pressure. Teaching her to come back here. Yes! Lindy. Good. Okay. Yes! That was her making a decision. She started walking up a little bit, and a little ahead. She slowed down, so we're gonna reinforce that. Right? We're encouraging that behavior. But it's really important with a nervous dog or a very sensitive dog or a dog that just doesn't have much confidence or insecure to take it at their own pace. We don't want to scare the living crap or living bejesus out of our dog. All we want to do is make it clear, and that's what we're doing here with Lindy, using very small amounts of leash pressure on a slip lead. Yes, good, Lindy. See, she'll take the food when she's facing that way, but she won't when she's facing this way. That's okay. We'll work on that. But again, her pace. Yes! So that one, great example. Lindy, come here. She caught me. She caught me stopping. I would pay her. She got a little distracted. It's okay. But that is, yes, good. And I am audibly stopping a little bit when I stop, which is something really important to do. Gives her wins and teaches her what we want her to do. Eventually, we're gonna phase this out, but when I stop, oh. Yes, good. In the slip lead right here is falling down a little bit. We're just gonna pick it back up. We'll have to do that a couple times. We wanna be able to fit 2 fingers, maybe 3 fingers under it, but all the control, higher up we go. Yes, good, Lindy. Yes. She's already starting to feel more comfortable taking treats this way. Right, this is, in and of itself, this exercise is building her confidence, but her loose leash walking is significantly improved. What we'll do now is sporadic walking. After we're done with sporadic walking, we're just gonna repeat this. Sporadic walking, we're gonna walk faster, and we're gonna walk slower. Yes. And when she's paying attention to me, she's allowed to be anywhere. When she's paying attention to me, great things happen. We'll slow down. She's slowing down. Yes, good, Lindy. She's slowing down with me. Good. Walk fast. Yes. Audible stop. Do a U-turn. Yes, good. Yep, she's afraid of the cameraman walking around in the grass. Lindy, come here. That freaked her out. She wanted to stay in the street or on the sidewalk. Good. We'll keep walking that way. But, right, again, she's a very nervous, insecure dog, so we're gonna pick our battles for now. Yes, good. She definitely doesn't like people or anything behind her. She wants to see everything. We'll do a U-turn here. Yes, good. There's no leash pressure. Lindy. Yeah, okay. Well, because we have a cameraman, you probably don't have a cameraman behind you, but we'll scratch that for just this training session while we're filming it. But sporadic walking. Yes. But we already have a lot more engagement. She's starting to understand leash pressure, and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days of this, practicing this 4 or 5 times a day, she is going to be a completely changed dog and so much more confident. So it's all it takes. Again, we do the same thing with every dog, but just a little differently, right? Every dog needs their own flavor. Some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate, but it's ice cream, right? Some people even like strawberry ice cream. Lindy here is, yes! But the pulling is already significantly better. She's still very nervous. All it's gonna take is several sessions of training. Lindy, Lindy, come here. We just need to move on her very slowly, but if you like videos like this, if you wanna see Lindy's process and progress, make sure you like, follow along, subscribe to our channel. It's free to subscribe, really helps us out. Lindy is super adorable. We are going to transform her into a confident, obedient dog. So make sure you like, follow along. We'll see you in the next one.